Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Matchday 38 as we now go into the final match day to see what everything happens before the playoff plays. Brestois versus Central Cordoba. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter for either team really. Brestois get the victory with the Umbia, a York, and the Umbia with a brace. Alright, the Umbia with a brace, and Naya gets a goal too. Where's Naya? Naya on his 11th goal. Yep. And then, there we go. Doumbia gets a brace. Where is Doumbia? Doumbia. His brace puts him at 12. Putting it all the way up here. Fuck. I got no. York gets a goal. Putting him at 22, tied on goals with Keane. That's interesting. And then we have, yep, this game's over. So York got a goal to tie on goals with Keane. If Keane doesn't get a goal, then they're the same. Tranmere versus Clermont. Game doesn't matter. Just go straight to it. Kader gets the winning goal. Cool. Very interesting. No one cares. Kader gets his 12th goal for the French side. Passing McGeehan, Diabate, and Franco Torres for now. There we go. Stockport versus Spezia. This is the big one. Can Spezia defeat Stockport to keep top 8 secured? They just need a tie. If Spezia can get a tie, they get confirmed top 8. They win. Top 8 confirmed for Spezia. Congratulations, Spezia. You will be going on into phase 2 automatically. With Bandinelli, Vlahovic. Okay, Vlahovic, Lapadula. Find Vlahovic. Vlahovic gets his 13th goal. Right there. Vlahovic gets that good spot right there. Lapadula gets a goal, putting him at 17th, but it's not going to be enough to pass Peque. Bandinelli gets a goal, getting his 12th. A really good, impressive final displays for Bandinelli in these last match days, getting them important goals. So fair enough play to him. As for Stockport, Olafoe gets a goal for his consolation. Olafoe gets his 16th goal, putting him just ahead of both Del Castillo and Guindo. Not enough to make top 10 though. Reading versus Victoria Pilseni. Is there O'Connor back? I think you kind of forced him to get on the pitch. I think the game would let me do that. Yep. He's gonna have to put with an injury, but I think they'd rather have him play because they need him here. They need to win. Will Reading beat Victoria Pilseni to survive? Because if they don't, they need to rely on Northampton beating Anajma. Let's see. They fucking win! Keane getting a goal, a brace. He's a fucking legend. He's a legitimate legend for them now. What a fucking result! A 6th goal for Khrushchevsky to try and help them out because they also needed a win too. But it's not gonna be enough. As Keane with a brace, 24 goals. What a fucking result! Oh my god. I'm gonna also imagine that O'Connor was a defensive beast in that fucking game. He had an injury still in his leg, but he came back really early from his injury and fucking did his best. He had to get subbed off. I saw that he was subbed off. But wow, fucking done, really. So I think they survive. I think it doesn't matter this match now. Al-Najma versus Northampton? Or Northampton versus Al-Najma? It really doesn't matter, I think, now. Yeah, they fucking lost anyway. So it's official. Tijanic list. Wow. Tijanic and List scored. Where's the List at? There he is. Gets his 14th goal. Tijanic is like on 5 goals. Yep. Now on 6. Wow. Absolutely fucking wild. And then Willis and McGeehan. I think Willis is a new guy too. Nope, he scored before. Don't know when, but he scored at some point, I guess. There he is. Got his second goal, the center back. Willis McGeehan gets a goal again, putting him at 12 goals. Wow, so Reading survived. They barely survived. Najma, you've been relegated. I'm sorry. Crazy. Leonor, this game doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's just stat padding at this point. Morales with the goal. Romero and Victor Garcia. Alright, Victor Garcia, Connolly. Garcia. There he is. Gets his 9th goal. Connolly. He hasn't scored in forever. There he is. He also gets his 9th goal. And Romero and Morales. Romero gets his 18th goal. Morales gets his 22nd, putting him ahead of Alexis Sanchez. Putting him in 3rd place. I'm not going to do a thing where like, oh, these two go 2nd place. No, like, wherever you got, you got. So they got, so Morales at least got 3rd place. At the bare minimum, if Alexis Sanchez doesn't score a goal. QPR versus Sevilla. Let's see. If Alexis Sanchez can get a few goals here. No, he doesn't. Doesn't get one. Juanlu and Poku score in this game. Poku's like on 8 goals before. Yeah. Gets his 9th goal. And Juanlu. Don't even know who Juanlu is. He's not that low. There he is. Gets his 5th. To prevent it from being a loss in their final game, but they still win the game. They still win their spot. And there you go. There you have it. QPR versus Sevilla. And I think that's the end of the tournament. No, we have one more game. It doesn't really matter. Both these teams are not going to get 8th place, nor Jujic got a red card. Kilvan comes in instead. Barisanovic, just for pride, I guess, at this point. Another center back they have, maybe. This guy, Chilik. It's just for pride at this point. Some stat padding. Damn! Well, Krone and Uzum. I think Krone's already scored before too. Krone. Yep. He gets his 2nd. Krone gets his 2nd. Then Uzum scores. Uzum. There he is. Gets his 5th goal. Winther gets a goal again. Chanak gets a goal. I don't know if Chanak scored before. I'm not gonna lie. Winter 3rd gets a 2nd. There we go. Winter 3rd, Chanak. I don't know if he scored. I don't think he scored. See with a tail. I need the capital. There you go. For Chanak. Oh, he has scored. Where? Oh, there he is. Gets a second goal. Chana gets a goal. Traore and Butch. Traore's on 10. Not on 11. Butch. Here he is. Gets his 14th goal. Not enough though, as Phillies do get relegated, unfortunately for them. There we go. And that's how it ends for both these teams. Oh wait, Gimnasia. Oh, Kasim Pasha. If this is the last match day that's like worth noticing, right? Because there's 2 match days left, but it doesn't matter for anybody else except Kasim Pasha right now. Because if Kasim Pasha win this, yeah, if they win this, they get top 4. Oh, this is a huge game for them then. Huge game for them. I thought we were already done with like the major match days. Never mind. Huge match. Does no, he's not even back yet. So they have like they're facing against a Gimnasia without their best Ignacio Fernandez guy. Can Kasim Pasha win this? If they get a victory here, they get top 4. They don't. It's not enough. Torres and Tosun, but it's not enough. Franco Torres breaks hearts. He breaks Turkish hearts this night as he prevents them from getting top 4. And Tosun gets a goal to make it 20, but it's not enough. As Kasim Pasha falls short. I mean, they still get phase 2 current guarantee, so good play to them. Colorado versus Giuseppe. Doesn't matter. Oh my God. Antunes gets a brace. Manyoma gets a goal. Who the fuck is Ogun? I feel like that's not his name. Navarro and Aronson. Yeah, Navarro, Aronson. Navarro gets his 14th goal. Aronson gets a goal, putting him in 11. Aronson. Manyoma. There he is, gets his 13th goal. Alright. Manyoma, and then Antunes. I legitimately don't remember whether or not he has a goal in this tournament or not. Is that how you spell his name? Antunes, yeah. Like he hasn't, so look at him go. All the way up here, push these guys down. Antunes with goals for the Giuseppe players. He gets his first 2 goals in the tournament in this game. And Ogun, don't know who that is. There we go. Wow. Not really paying attention, just want to see who Ogun is. I think Ogun's a first name. Yep, Bayrak. He gets his 2nd goal. There he is. Gets his 2nd, and then that means he goes ahead of Antunes too. So I guess right here. There we go. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I got a little distracted. All right, but it's already over. Just fixing up the goal scoring. Yep, there we go. And it's over. Let's see how the table looks now. With Sevilla winning, congratulations. Brestois, Levante, and Victoria Pilseni making the top four. Congratulations to Victoria Pilseni because they started off bad, bro. They split the first few games were ass for them in relegation battle, and they were able to pull themselves all the way up to fourth place. So congratulations to them. Kasim Pasha, QPR, Gustepe, and Spezia making the top 8, which means they make it to phase 2. Congratulations to them. Colorado were so close, very close to trying to make that top 8 spot. They got on a fucking, they won like a bunch of games in a row. And I don't know where that form was at the beginning of the fucking thing, like all the way up to like Matchday 28. They were ass. But they woke up, I guess. But it's not really gonna matter now if they go to a playoff and don't perform at all. Clermont, Central Cordoba, Leyton Orient, Stockport, Gimnasia, and Reading are all in the mid-table area, so they all have a playoff spot. Al Najma, you were close to, but it wasn't enough. Fredericia, Northampton, and Tranmere relegated, so they're gone. Bye-bye. So I'll be back to show you the groups when they're done. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the playoff round.